Hello, welcome to this video for the Elddis Avante Caravan. I'm making this video so I can show you everything about this caravan. I'll show you how to operate all the systems inside. We'll take a walk round and it'll help you to decide whether this caravan is suitable for you or not. So this is the Elddis Avante 505. It's a 5-berth caravan, and I'll take you inside and show you how to set everything up shortly. It was first registered in 2006, and to tell the age of a caravan, if you look at these numbers in the windows, this is the chassis number and it's also the CRIS number, and if you count the 10th digit in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that brings you to a 6, and that 6 says that this caravan was registered in 2006. We'll take a walk around it in a second, but I'll just speak to you about lengths and weights and one thing and another in your towing vehicle. So the caravan from the very rear to that corner there is 19 feet in length, and the total length from the back to the front of the A-frame is 22 feet. It's 8.5 feet high to the peak of the aerial, 7 feet wide. It weighs 1,180 kilograms unladen, and it can gross to 1,380 kilograms. And to achieve a 95% match between the caravan and your towing vehicle, which is very important, your car must have a minimum curb weight of 1,435 kilograms. So I will take a walk around it. It's very, very good on the body. There are the usual dings here and there. So it has the Winterhoff towing hitch. This makes the caravan very, very stable to tow. It takes out the snaking effect. It's a brand new A-frame cover, and under this front cover here is the gas bottle. You've got the gas bottle there, and it's the, if you can see that there, it shows that this gas bottle isn't just quite empty. There is a bit of gas in it, and the tap is turned into the off position. So to turn the gas on, you just simply turn that knob like that. In those bags there, there's an awning coming with this caravan, but I've never put it up. It's supposed to be complete, and in these bags here is various tie down pegs and one thing and another. It's very straight across the front. I could do with a polish. Now all the accessories are coming with this caravan, so what you're going to have is basically everything you need to just hook up and go. So we'll start with, this is the corner steady leg winding tool. You've got the 40 litre Aqua Roll freshwater butt and the rolling handle for it, and this just fits on that lug there and one at the bottom, so that's turned on its side for rolling to the tap. It has the whale pump, and all this does is pump water from the water butt to inside the caravan, and I'll show you how to operate that later. And this just simply pulls on and pulls off. So you shove it in, make sure you've got a good connection and that it's in line with the water butt. It's very, very reasonable down this side. It's on alloy wheels and all the tyres are good. It has a spare wheel in a cradle on the other side, bolted onto the chassis, and it's a galvanised chassis. Make it lightweight. Very good down this side. Up here is the aerial for the radio CD player. Behind this cupboard, behind this locker door here, this is where the Thetford cassette is. Well, I'm just going to have to put you down for 1 second as I need 2 hands. This is the cassette for the toilet, and all you do with this, when it's full, you pull it all the way out, take it to an appropriate drain, twist this cap off, empty it out, put a bit of water in, put the cap back on, give it a shake, back down the drain, put a couple of litres of water back into it and pour the blue fluid in, and that breaks down waste matter inside that cassette. And above this locker is the filler for the flush toilet inside, and all you do with this is you pour some pink fluid in here, fill it with water, it'll glug back out. It takes about 15 litres, and that's just been recently filled, and that gives you your flushing chemical for the toilet, which I'll explain inside shortly. It's very nice across the back, so it's very, very nice and modern. Talking about accessories, this is your wastewater butt. This is coming with it as well, and the waste pipes, and they just slot onto the fittings underneath. They just push in like this, so when you're coupling it up, just push them in, give them a good turn, 2 of each, and then put it into your waste container. Caravan's very good around the back. All the external lights work. There's a slight scuff down on this corner here. Nothing major. Doesn't let water in, doesn't leak. Very good across the back. There are 1 or 2 dings down this side, and I'll point them out to you. And I say this because I want you to know everything about this Caravan. There's a little ding here. A little one above the top of the window. Nothing's pierced the skin, it's all good. There's the weight plate when I was talking about weights. It's the stable door, and I'll explain that to you after. And it has an outside light that works. A little ding here, 1 there and 1 there. And a little one there and there, but it's not too bad on the body. Behind this locker here, this is where the leisure battery goes. There's a leisure battery with it, and it's a good battery. So there's your leisure battery, and this is your 240 volt hookup, and this just slides and clicks into place in there, fits down into those grooves so you can shut the door. Oh, you've even got a spider. Yeah, I'm getting distracted. I've got that back up. Yeah, so all in all, the external condition of the Caravan is very good. Oh, and as I say, it does come with an awning, but I've never put the awning up. But I'll just show you because you might have more of a clue than I do. We'll take a proper look inside shortly. Yeah, so the awning. There's the awning itself, and this is the bag of poles. So as I say, all the accessories are coming with it. So you've got the Caravan step, you've got the 240 volt hookup cable, which is about 40 feet. You have the leisure battery in that locker, the wastewater butt with pipes, the freshwater aqua roll and the pump, the handle for rolling the barrel, and the leg winder. So everything's there that you need to operate this Caravan. So we'll take a look inside next. So as you come into the Caravan, it's the stable door as I was talking about earlier, and what that means is if you open the door, turn that way, you can have the top open and the bottom closed like this, separate from each other. There's a light above the door which works there, and the switch for that light is just up here. It's that switch there above the door, off, on, and the door has a full length fly screen that pulls across like this. So if you want the doors open and you don't want flies and things coming in, you can just slide that fly net across. Inside the Caravan, it's nice and spacious, it's light, clean, it's dry, water doesn't leak in. and the floors are solid. And in the back of the Caravan here you have the area that makes up into 3 beds. So what you have is this settee here and this settee here. This makes a small double bed across the back, and then this section here lifts up on these bars. So in effect what you do, I'll make this bed up for you and I'll show you how it works. This section flips up, folds over and then flips back, and it makes a single bunk across here, so you can sleep 3 people in this area. At the front, the 2 settees, you can either sleep on them as is, or there's a pull out fitting that comes across here, pull out lats, and then you just rearrange your cushions to make a big spacious double bed. And I will set that up for you and I'll show you that working. TV in the Caravan is not coming with the Caravan, and the reason I've put this TV in is to show you that the TV works via the aerial, which is in the wardrobe above the fire, the status aerial. I'll just turn that off. And also it has a radio CD player in this van. I'll just turn it up so you can hear it.
The ultimate truth is at the bottom of the ocean.
The truth is here.
It has a cooker and a fridge and a sink, and I'll light this cooker for you so that you can see that everything's working. So it's a glass lid and it just flips up. So you can see that all 3 rings work. Below that hob is a grill. Grill pan, I'll just move that out of our way and I'll light the grill. It's going to be a bit awkward. That's the grill lit, can you see that? Yeah, under there, look. So the grill works. Then you've got the oven. I like this. That's the oven working, so it's a full operational cooker. And below the cooker is just a little storage area under there, and that's got all the gas taps in for the appliances. To this side of it is a little cupboard that's got storage space in it, and a pull out for knives and forks. Next to the cooker is a sink. Now this water gets very hot. Oopsie, we'll have to wipe that up. This water gets very hot, glass lid, gets very hot. So we get some steam coming out. Right, that's heating up. The steam rising. That gets very, very hot, and that's too hot to keep my finger under, so it works on the hot, on a swivel tap, cold, just to show you that that's working, and there's a plug with it as well, there somewhere. This little thing here, this is to give you extra working space, and you just flip this up, let that lower down onto this arm that pivots, like that. Got extra working space here with a slide out extra little area there, pop a pan on or something like that. Then that brings you to the fridge. Now I've never had this fridge working on the 12 volt because I don't think they're very good anyway, but it works on the, if I can show you in here, if you turn this switch, spin this switch round, onto the plug bit. Now that's plugged up on that's switched on the 240 volt. Works brilliantly and freezes down nicely. It does work on the gas, but it's very, very temperamental to lights, and you keep pressing the igniter like this. And this is the off position. And inside the fridge, you have a freezer box at the top. That works very, very well. A couple of shelves and a little storage cupboard here. A bottom shelf in the door, a top shelf in the door. Nice fridge. Loads and loads of cupboard space. So you've got all these cupboards across the top here, across here. You've extra storage under the bunks, like this. I can't lift that one because I've got all these manuals on, which I'll explain about in a minute. Bathroom is behind this door. Shower base in the bottom, that's very, very good. With a sink. Shelving above, mirrors and lights, and all the lights work. I'll just show you this tap. Cold water, hot water, and this also hooks onto here so that you can take a shower. So it just pulls out and you clip it into there. And also you can turn this head on this to make it into the shower head or sink head, and that is getting very hot as well. You got the toilet. Now this is a swivel toilet, so obviously it'll swivel like this. You've a little lever down this side, when I can find it, down here. And what that does, that opens that little trap door there, and then so you do your business, you pump it with this, it pumps water into the system with a pink fluid, close it back up, and then I advise that you just put a bit of water back in there, and what it does, there's a little rubber seal in there, and it keeps it nice and fresh and it doesn't go hard and brittle and then breaks. We've also got a toilet roll holder, a towel holder, fly net to the windows and blackout blind, like this, and a skylight vent above. All these fly nets in this Caravan work. So I've got all the fly nets down to all the windows. On the door you have you don't have a fly net on the door. I'll just put all that back together. You have a blackout blind, like that. This switch here at the side of the door is for the 12 volt feed from the leisure battery, which operates these lights, those little spotlights under there, the one in the bathroom, that one there, and at the front you have two 240 volt spotlights, that one above there and that one there. Now these only work on the 240 volt hookup, and all the rest of the lights are working, as I say, on the 12 volt. So where were we at? It's good flooring, it all solid, all the blinds work, all the fly nets work, all the window stays, the window steadies that hold the windows open, they're all good on all the windows. I'll let you look inside these cupboards so you can see that it's dry. This may take a minute or two, bear with me. Tons and tons of cupboard space. And you also got extra storage under these two settees here, under there and under here. Those there are the cushions for the bunk bed, which I'm going to set up. We're now above the sink and the fridge and the cooker. It has 240 volt plug sockets in this Caravan and they all work. Little shelf there above the front windows. And also to the right of these cupboards and these front settees, you've got this wardrobe above the fire, and I showed you that this had the status aerial in it. It also has a rail above for hanging clothes, a little shelf there, and the main fuse box for the 240. And under here, under this shelf, this just mainly gives you access to the back of the fire and one thing and another. And then you have a freestanding table that's in this area here. So the freestanding table just slides out. It has legs on it. These just clip out and you can stand the table either here or outside. But in the front here where these cupboards are, there's also another little table, and all you do is just pull this out like this. That back section drops into place. So you have a table like that. I'll just pop that back in, hopefully without knocking the telly over. Shelf on the front, and 2 drawers below, and an extra storage space here in there. TV socket for 12 volt, an aerial socket. There's also extra TV aerial sockets here, and I'll show you these controls in a second. Now it's also got all the manuals for the appliances, etc, etc. Now I spoke about the awning. I've not had the awning up, but this is, I'm presuming, the original receipt from 2006 by one of the past previous owners for an awning, £545. But like I say, I've not put it up. I don't know if it's complete. And remember I spoke about the CRS numbers on the windows. Well, this is a National Caravan Council certificate for this Caravan, and what this shows us is, you open it up, it says, it gives you information about the Caravan, and down here it says it's a 2006 Avant 505 Caravan, so this verifies the age of the Caravan. That's the original National Caravan Council certificate. It's also got an original owner's manual there amongst all this other stuff. So in this Caravan also, there's 2 ways to get the hot water. You've just seen me use it on the 240, that's on the electric hookup, but you can also use it on the gas. So what I'm going to do, this switch here, this is in the on position, so I'm going to turn that off. That turns the 240 volt hookup off, and you can also use it on the gas, which I'll explain about in a second. 2 ways to get hot water. You've obviously got your gas fire. Now this is working on the 240 volt hookup, and to this side, if you can hear in this Caravan, you'll hear a fan going round, and that is this switch here. That's turned it off. This is a temperature control switch. So if you click it to the left, and you have this in this position, this swivels, so you can get 500 watts, 1000 watts or 2000 watts. Remember, it's switched on here. Switch it on here first, click it into any of these positions. That's now sending hot air through the system via this fan, and it's blowing hot air through that vent, and also the vent in the washroom down there. And it's a very, very effective system. It's very warm in this fan now. So that's how you get your heat on your 240. And the other way to get heat in this Caravan is obviously by the conventional gas fire. And what you do with this gas fire, to turn it on the gas, you push this control down, turn it, and press the igniter a few times. Holding this down for about 10 or 15 seconds, the fire then will ignite, and then you can control the temperature of it by this knob here. That's the two ways you get your hot water, you get your hot air, gas fire or electric. So as I said, this switch here, you click that down, that gives you hot water on the 240 volt. This control here, this is for the gas. This is a thermostat for what temperature you want the water at. So to get it on the gas, all you do is turn it that way. Green light comes on there. Now that's firing up the water heater on the gas. If that green light clicks off and at the side of it a red light comes on, it means that your gas bottle's empty or there's a fault in the system. As you can see, that green light stayed on. Now that's heating the water up on the gas. To the side of them is a 240 volt hookup. You've also got the status of the battery, which is green, which is good. This is for the pump outside that I showed you, that blue whale pump. So up is the off, down sends power to that pump, so when you open the tap it pumps water. You've also got an extra 12 volt hookup there and an aerial connector for the TV in the front, same as those down there. And this also is another shelf, and this flips up and there's two little arms underneath that support it. Right, what I'll do next, I'll set these beds up and then you can see them all made up. So this is the front made up into a double bed. Like I say, you just pull the lats out and then just rearrange your cushions, and this gives you a really decent sized double bed. And then across the back I've done the bunks. So like I say, this bottom, it's the same principle. You've got pull out lats that pull out across here, then you just rearrange your cushions and this makes a small double. Now this is approximately 6 foot that way and about 4.5 feet to 5 feet across here. Then you have the top bunk like this. So this back area sleeps 3. And then you also have this door that pulls across, and it makes this area private from the rest of the caravan. Like that. So there you have it. I don't think there's anything much more I can say now. Remember, you're getting all the accessories. It's got the freshwater container, wastewater container with waste pipes, gas bottle with some gas in it, hookup lead, leg winder, step, leisure battery, all there, all complete. I could also, and just before we go, above here, I'm rambling on, there's a fly net across here, and if you shove it all across like this, it turns into a blackout blind. Or you can have them independent of each other, and this is the Hakey sunroof. And this clips off there, pushes up on this rail, so it opens up fully like this, or you can slide it into 2 different positions. You can have it in there for half open, or into that one for nearly open. Right, so where was I? Yes, I also didn't show you this, did I? There's also a blackout blind above this window for when you're sleeping in here, keep that nice and dark. Now I could deliver this caravan at £1 a mile, one way postcode to postcode, if you so wish that to happen. So I think I've told you everything about it. So thanks for watching, and see you again. Bye for now.